Now, this is a very, very fun graphic. It covers some of the top 6, in my opinion, social media platforms. There are so many social media platforms, but which one do you choose? Which one is right for your target audience is really important. You might want to choose one, you might want to choose many, but knowing who actually is in and on and using actively every day these social networks is extremely important. Pinterest is female dominated. Now there are 32% male and does fluctuate, but there are 70 million people on Pinterest alone that are actively using Pinterest. You might see a lot of decor, a lot of fitness, a lot of food, wedding, fashion, but most importantly, it's DIY. Do-it-yourselfers. How do you do something step by step? You could see how you translate that to any industry, but how you use Pinterest is mostly about the discovery phase, but also if you have a female audience, you definitely need to consider Pinterest. Twitter, one of my more favorite ones. It will have information quicker than the news on Twitter, and it will spread like wildfire. You can create conversations, but it's mainly word-based. You're restricted to that, but it can still be extremely entertaining. You can see some really fun characters on that for sure. Now, Facebook, if you have not heard of Facebook, I don't know where you have been in the last 10 years. But it says 1 billion, but there are actually more than 1.3 billion people on Facebook. It's not just teens. The core and the most growing demographic now is 35 to 55 years old. So if you're not on Facebook, I don't care if you're in oil and gas, if you're a doctor, or if you're a lawyer, you need to be looking where your target audience is on Facebook and how to reach them. If you don't, your customers will be there, but your competitors will definitely find them for you. It's a great way to advertise, and we'll find out a lot more about Facebook. Instagram was bought by Facebook, if that doesn't say anything, and it's one of the most popular and growing brands this year. We'll learn about some more statistics that way. Lots of photos, lots of videos, but it's highly engaging. Google Plus, if the name doesn't say it enough, it's owned by Google. It's Google's baby, and you should look forward to using that in the future if you don't already know. It has 400 million active users. A lot of people are kind of sketchy about Google Plus, but you can comment on YouTube videos because of it. It's becoming incorporated in a lot of brands that actively use it and put in efforts to find their subject matter experts and ambassadors and fans. You can tell that they grow their fan bases very quickly on Google Plus, and it's a great resource. And LinkedIn, it's a very, very business oriented. You can see that 79% of users are 35 and up. Sometimes you can't sometimes do as massive campaigns on like you can on Facebook, or you can maybe on Twitter, but you're still connecting one-on-one to professionals, which one-on-one builds leads, it builds engagement, and builds those necessary conversations, especially for recruiters, companies that are trying to build jobs, trying to build a brand presence. Do a message. It's really great to actually engage one-on-one on LinkedIn. And of course you have several others. YouTube is a huge one. Of course it's video based, but it works kind of together with all of these. But these are kind of the ones that we're going to focus on today on how to build holiday revenues and really drive it home.